Thank you very much. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Namaskaram, everyone. Sorry, we can't hear you. Namaskaram. BSF के जितने जवान हैं, नमस्कारम. Thank you very much for joining and a very happy World Environment Day. मेरा नाम है आरजे रौनक और मेरे साथ शरद भाई हैं. हमको आप रेडियो पे अक्सर सुनते हैं, बट आज हम लोग आपके सामने आए हैं क्योंकि कॉज इतना इम्पॉर्टेंट है जिसके बारे में इतने टाइम से हम प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं. सो और एक बार मैं फॉर्मली वेलकम करना चाहूँगा टू ईच वन ऑफ यू टू दिस ब्राइट ट्यूसडे मॉर्निंग of the World Environment Day, which India is proudly hosting this year. So एक जोरदार तालियां अपने देश के लिए, क्योंकि इस बार हम होस्ट कर रहे हैं इस बार World Environment Day को. Plastic products, शरद भाई, they have become an integral part in our daily life. इतना important है. इनफैक्ट हम आते ही हमने एंट्री की तो इस रावण को देखा हमने. ये भी प्लास्टिक का बना है.
एक टाइम था जब प्लास्टिक राम हुआ करता था, but thanks to our irresponsibility हमने उसको रावण बना दिया.
So it's time to be alert. So इसलिए because जिस माइक पे हम बात कर रहे हैं, जिस स्पीकर पे आप हमको सुन रहे हैं, जो फोन आपके हाथ में है, उन सब में प्लास्टिक है, लेकिन उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से यूज कैसे करना है, that's why we are here.
और इस बार जो वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे का थीम है, that is to beat plastic pollution. It's one of the most important themes और आज इसी के बारे में बात होगी कि किस तरीके से इस प्लास्टिक के मेनेस से हम बच सकते हैं.
Absolutely. आज हमारे साथ जो एस्टीम गेस्ट होने वाले हैं वो कौन है शरद भाई?
हमारे साथ होंगे एरिक सोलहायम, एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर यूनाइटेड नेशंस एनवायरनमेंट. साथ में होगी दिया मिर्जा, शी इज द यूएन एनवायरनमेंट गुडविल एम्बेसडर. और होंगे सदगुरु, योगी, मिस्टिक, ह्यूमैनिटेरियन.
प्लस आज हमारे साथ हमारे बीच एक ऐसे फिनोमिनल सिंगर हैं जिनको हमने अक्सर सुना है, फॉलो किया है. महाशिवरात्रि के फंक्शन को जितने लोगों ने अटेंड किया था, उसमें जब इन्होंने परफॉर्म किया था तो मज़ा आ गया था. एक ऐसे सिंगर हैं जिन्हें हम रॉक स्टार बुलाएं तो कम नहीं होगा. सो प्लीज पुट योर हैंड्स टुगेदर फॉर मोहित चौहान. So Mohit Chauhan is a phenomenal singer who has won millions of hearts with his melodious voice. Mohit Chauhan ji, he's been recently appointed as Green Ambassador for Sikkim. So एक बार जोरदार तालियों से मोहित सर का स्वागत करेंगे हम लोग. उनके साथ परफॉर्म करेंगे Sounds of Isha और एक स्पेशल प्लास्टिक सॉन्ग है. आप लोग प्लीज इसको सुनना. और इस प्लास्टिक सॉन्ग के बाद हम लोग बात करेंगे कि इस सॉन्ग को कंपोज किसने किया है. वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन एंड वेलकम. थैंक यू.
Sorry?
Namaskaram. 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 Really happy to be here. Beautiful, beautiful morning. And it's World Environment Day. And I think time has come for us to take stock and do away with things that are hurting the earth, humans, animals. You know, it's complete waste. So great to be here and singing a couple of songs with Sounds of Isha. धीरे रे मना, धीरे सब कुछ होए। माली सींचे सौ घड़ा, ऋतु आए फल होए। जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले। गाड़ी अटकी रेत में और मंजिल पड़ी है दूर, अजी गाड़ी अटकी रेत में और मंजिल पड़ी है दूर, अजी गाड़ी अटकी रेत में और मंजिल पड़ी है दूर। धर्मी धर्मी पार उतर गए पापी चकनाचूर, धर्मी धर्मी पार उतर गए पापी चकनाचूर, पापी चकनाचूर। जरा हल्के जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले। आज गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीली पैया लाल गुलाल, आज गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीली पैया लाल गुलाल, आज गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीली पैया लाल गुलाल। बैठन वाली छल छबीली भाई, बैठन वाली छल छबीली, देखण वाला राम, अज बैठन वाली छल छबीली, देखण वाला राम, देखण वाला राम। जरा हल्के जरा धीरे धीरे, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाँको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँ हाँ को मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँ को मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाँ को मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँ को राम गाड़ी वाले, जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाँ को राम गाड़ी वाले। धन्यवाद। The plastic song. Okay. But we really need to do away with the plastic. It's killing the earth. So here's a song dedicated to the evil thing, composed by, I really don't know. Okay. Sounds of Isha, yeah, composed by Sounds of Isha. प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। घर से निकलते हैं तो प्लास्टिक प्लास्टिक, ऑफिस से चलते हैं तो प्लास्टिक प्लास्टिक, घर से निकलते हैं तो प्लास्टिक प्लास्टिक, ऑफिस से चलते हैं तो प्लास्टिक प्लास्टिक, हर गली हर मोहल्ले में प्लास्टिक, चारों दिशाओं में देखो तो है प्लास्टिक। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। नदी में डुबकी लगाएं तो प्लास्टिक, नदी में डुबकी लगाएं तो प्लास्टिक, समंदर की गहराई में भी प्लास्टिक, समंदर की गहराई में भी प्लास्टिक, सिचुएशन हो गई है ड्रास्टिक, it's not anymore fantastic। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया, प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें, प्लास्टिक है ये।
प्लास्टिक है ये भैया प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें प्लास्टिक है ये। ला 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 ना 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 ना। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया प्लास्टिक है ये, प्लास्टिक है ये भैया प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें प्लास्टिक है ये। प्लास्टिक है ये भैया प्लास्टिक है ये, इससे बचाओ हमें प्लास्टिक है ये। ओ प्लास्टिक है ये, ओ प्लास्टिक है ये, प्लास्टिक है ये।
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Hello. Okay, so once again, a big round of applause for Mohit Chauhan and Sounds of Isha. You know, this plastic, this song is written and composed by the Nadi Veeras. So, जो volunteers हैं, उन्होंने इस गाने को compose किया है और बनाया है. So, welcome once again. आज World Environment Day है. आप लोग यहाँ पर आए. सर्दी में धूप सारे सेंकते हैं. आपने गर्मी में एक मौका लिया. So, उसके लिए congratulations. My name is Ronak. We have Sharath with us. And और एक बार आपको formally हम thank you कहते हैं for joining us. United Nations Environment, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and Nisha Foundation. Beat Plastic Pollution इस बार World Environment की theme है.
Hello.
Happy World Environment Day. Happy World Environment Day. Oh my God. Okay, my turn.
It's on. So that we Okay, very good. He was with us yesterday night also at the dinner.
Thank you very much, everyone, and a very warm welcome once again. This World Environment Day, Isha Foundation is partnering with the United Nations Environment to hold awareness drives in over 270 iconic locations around the world to spread the awareness for banning single-use plastic. As we sit here today, Isha Foundation volunteers across the globe have been working towards organizing local city-based events and online campaigns to spread the awareness. So और एक बार हम आपको वेलकम करते हैं. जितने दिल्ली एनसीआर के और बाहर से लोग आए हैं, आप लोगों का और एक बार स्वागत है वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे के इस मौके पर.
Also, we have some really special guests here. We are privileged and honored to have with us Eric Solheim. Eric is the Executive Director for UN Environment. Welcome, Eric.
We also have with us today Miss India and Miss Asia Pacific 2000, Miss Dia Mirza. Actor, producer, director, entrepreneur, humanitarian, and UN Environment Goodwill Ambassador for India. Dia, रहना है तेरे दिल में. Welcome.
और फिर एक ऐसे शख्स जो हम सबके दिल में रहते हैं, योगी, मिस्टिक, ह्यूमैनिटेरियन, सदगुरु.
Sadhguru started one of the world's biggest environmental campaigns, Rally for Rivers, in 2017, last year, guys, in which he personally drove across 16 Indian states in a month's time. The campaign saw an unprecedented coming together of people from all walks of life. The initiative enlarged into a large-scale people's movement with participation of over 162 million people. रैली फॉर रिवर्स में आप लोगों ने भी मिस कॉल दी थी, आप लोगों ने भी पार्टिसिपेट किया. अपने लिए एक बार आप जोरदार तालियां.
So now I would like to invite to the dais Sadhguru, Eric Solheim, and Dia Mirza. Please come.
Never sit.
You can sit on the front.
Are you sure? I know, why? Don't do this.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Center stage.
Crossed over 400 locations. You're saying 270.
Namaskaram. I hope my mic is on. Can you all hear me? Wonderful. Happy World Environment Day. I am so proud as UN Environment Goodwill Ambassador to be here. And Sadhguru, you shouldn't have given me center stage. I wish you were seated here. Will you please come here and let me sit there? Please.
Oh.
I feel very daunted by the task at hand already.
It's okay, you're center stage today.
Thank you. I am deeply honored and motivated and inspired to be here this morning, and I'm going to take the opportunity to moderate this conversation, but of course it will be free-flowing, and I know that you have questions, but I have questions too for Sadhguru and for Eric. Eric has spent the last week or more traveling through India, visiting different cities, interacting with people, and his energy and enthusiasm is awe-inspiring. And it has been admitted publicly by many people in government that no other executive director has given this kind of love, attention and time to a movement like Eric Solheim has. So India, put your hands together for Eric Solheim. Sadhguru, I have been a long admirer of yours, and every person here is here because they love you, and I think I could include myself in that. I'm reminded of a very powerful quote that I repeat very often, and I'm going to share it with all of you here. It's by Baba Diem. It says, in the end, we will protect. In the end, we will protect only that what we love, and we will love only that what we learn about. And I think you have been instrumental in making so many of us learn to love nature and ourselves, and help us understand that we as human beings are not separate from nature, we are not apart from nature, but we are a part of nature. And what we do to our environment, we are in fact doing to ourselves, our own health. So thank you for that, Sadhguru. Thank you so much. I want to start with a question which is one that is connected to Rally for Rivers. I'm very proud to have participated in that campaign. It was a movement that galvanized civil society like no other. And it has seen a kind of participation that is unprecedented. And I know that your concern and love for India's rivers is deep. And I think the theme of Beat Plastic Pollution is so deeply connected with Rally for Rivers that you came forward as well to say that this is something we have to do. Can you share with us what in your experience is of course, the greatest need for India's rivers and how you have connected the message of beat pollution to Rally for Rivers.
Namaskaram and welcome to a warm day. It's wonderful to have Eric and Dia here. Well, unfortunately, we are still looking at a mega problem in small pieces. But that's how it works in the world, so we are focusing on one at a time. But this is not a separate problem, these are all just one problem. Essentially, this problem is about the way we live. Essentially, that we as life have forgotten that we are life. We as life have forgotten that our life has something to do with every other life. Not just in the impact that we cause. As existence, our life's existence is connected to everything around us. And there is no such thing really as in and out, because what is in me and what's outside of me, because every day something is coming in, something is going out. People say nearly 7 kilograms of intake and exchange is happening per day. So, we've just lost contact with life, our own life, and everything else that nourishes our life. This is the fundamental disaster, which is manifesting in so many different ways in the world. In our country, this land which was referred to as the land of 7 rivers at one time, because as we know, both in this nation and everywhere else, most civilizations always thrived on riverbanks, because water being the source of life. But today, I'm not a environmentalist in any sense, but from my personal experience, I've seen rivers depleting in an alarming way from how I have seen them 30, 40 years ago and how they are today is no more a small concern, it is a serious problem. If we don't handle this in war footing, I'm using the word war intentionally because every day the way we're living is a war. It's a war with everything. At least let's reverse the war towards our well-being. It has to be done like we have a war on our hands, because the condition of the land, the soil and water in the country is alarming, very alarming, okay? With 1.4 billion people on your hands or 1.3 billion people on your hands, allowing soil and water to get depleted like this is… we still kind of in God's hands, we have not taken the nation in our hands, that's what it means. So, if we have to take charge of this, it's very important, the rivers. Rivers are a measurable entity because water's depleting, you can see it. But this depletion is happening in the air, this depletion is happening in every possible way. They may not all be as dramatic as water shortages, so we picked on water to start with. Now plastic has been the theme of United Nations and it is a very deep concern. Plastic is a classic case of who we are right now, how irresponsible we are as human beings, because out of many materials that we have developed on this planet, plastic is one of the most fantastic materials. I know a whole lot of people will get against me for this. I'm saying this because a material that can be recycled thousands of times over and over again is a perfect material to make sure that what we use is in a cycle, that we don't have to continuously dig something new. We can use the same material for centuries if we handle it right. But we have handled it so irresponsibly, such a wonderful material has become poisonous, it has entered everything. They're saying a whole lot of microbes are carrying plastic in them. Maybe if lot of plastic gets into you, you can do your morning yoga better, maybe you'll be little more flexible. If that's what you're thinking, that's not how it works. So, this has been of profound concern to me always, but to bring attention, it took a certain amount of time. I'm glad now the nation is sitting up and listening at least. It's time to act. It's not time to debate, it's time to act. And I have done so much work with people in the last 36 years on variety of issues, but though there are so many wonderful people who will immediately respond, I don't believe the larger population will correct things by themselves. They need the push of law. That's why for everything we are saying we need a policy, because without the push of law, the larger population will not move, and if they take 100 years to change their ways, that's not good enough. If it has to change quickly, law has to come into place. That is why we are looking at single-use plastic ban.
Thank you so much, Sadhguru. That was deeply insightful. I'm going to turn now to Eric Solheim to tell us why the United Nations Environment Programme chose Beat Plastic Pollution as the theme for this World Environment Day. Eric, would you please let us know why?
Good morning to everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good morning. A couple of days back, we were in Andhra Pradesh, beautiful state in the south. We were traveling and we were first watching a number of farmers who are transforming their agriculture into nature-based farming. Fantastic to see, beautiful trees, a fantastic landscape, hard-working farmers. Then all of a sudden we came to some open fields and full of plastic. In the most beautiful, spectacular, fantastic parts of India, again, any number of plastic bags, plastic pollution of all sorts. A couple of days later, we went from Agra up here to Delhi, watching out of the windows, again, plastic upon plastic along the railway line. This is bad. This is, as Sadhguru said when we went to Mahatma Gandhi's memorial, he said this is violence. This is violence against Mother Earth. It must stop. It's visibly horrible. Do we want to see this rather than to see the incredible beauty of the Indian nature? But it's also violence against our common human being, because well, 2 days back, a whale was dying in Thailand. It had been eating 60 plastic bags. Can you believe it? In the stomach of the whale was 60 plastic bags. Before it died, it vomited plastic bags, and then it died. It's not just this whale. We had a whale in Norway, died in similar circumstances, another whale in Spain. There was elephants dying in Kerala. You see cows, you see camels, sea turtles, seabirds dying from eating plastic. So this is, when we push this, as you say, wonderful material out in nature, well, we are killing our common creatures on planet Earth, all the animals. But at the end of the day, it's violence against ourselves. Because do we really want to drinking water, the source of life? And in this drinking water, there are small fragments of plastic. An Indian non-government organization made a survey of the best drinking water on the planet, not the worst. The drinking water which is put into bottles coming from mountains, from the Himalayas or from the Alps. The drinking water we really believe is the best. But even in that drinking water, nearly everywhere on planet Earth, there were small fragments of plastic, which we drink, get into our body. And by the way, if we eat fish from the ocean, this fish has been eating microbes, jellyfish, small other creatures, and then plastic gets into the fish and then into our body. So I think there is no doubt we need to change. We need to change for the sake of Mother Earth, we need to change for the sake of the animal kingdom, but we need to change for the sake of ourselves. This is in the most simple and clear terms, I hope, why we have started this global campaign. Let's beat plastic pollution. And I'm happy to say that we are so proud that the Indian government, Prime Minister Modi, but the government, but of course many other political forces, it's not just Prime Minister Modi, it's the chief ministers of many states, even some of them against the Prime Minister, they are all picked up this cause because they believe in change and believing in making India clean. And finally, remind yourself that the greatest of all Indians, maybe the greatest of all human beings, and for sure one of the greatest human beings who has ever walked on planet Earth, Mahatma Gandhi, he said it very rightly. He said, cleanliness is godliness. And I think he said that because he thought it was not God's plan that we humans should pollute this Mother Earth. It was God's plan that we should cater for this Earth as we cater for our children. This is the most beautiful one planet we do have, and we need to take good care of it.
Thank you so much, Eric. I'll just quickly add why I chose to become an advocate for beat plastic pollution, not just because I'm a UN Environment Goodwill Ambassador, but it resonated so strongly with me personally as well, Sadhguru. It's very, plastic has become such a permeable part of our lives, everyday lives, that we don't see plastic. Our morning starts with a plastic toothbrush. And when I was traveling through, I did this show called Ganga, the Soul of India, and I had to travel from the source of the river all the way to sea. And I traveled through 5 states of India with the river. And when you see the plastic waste in the most pristine parts of the country, in pure nature, natural environment, where there is no human habitat, but plastics have reached there, it really hits you. You realize that the source of the river was so pristine, so pure, so clean. And somewhere along the way, the moment human settlement emerges, you start seeing the pollution in the river and the plastics in the river. And then I also noticed along my way that plastic waste was being incinerated. It was being burnt. Plastics had reached places where electricity has not reached. And I kept thinking, there are no collection systems here. There's no management systems here. What is this going to do to the health of the people here? And it got me really, really worked up and passionate about trying to seek solutions. And I want to quickly share, for all of you who are wondering, what can we do to beat plastic pollution? Here's what I may be able to suggest to you, because me and many others have been able to incorporate this into our lives, and I hope that all of us can, because then we will truly become a part of the Beat Plastic Pollution movement. We at the United Nations Environment Programme are encouraging and urging everyone to stop the use of single-use plastics, which means refuse plastic bags. Of course, Sadhguru, your campaign expresses that very, very profoundly. Stop the use of plastic bags, carry cloth bags.
If you use it like this, you understand what you're doing to the entire planet.
I know, it's just terrible, and it's suffocating and choking our waterways, our air, our soil, and it's harming health. Children, elders, and just everyone, and animals, of course. So say no to plastic bags, carry your own cloth bag. It weighs lighter than a mobile phone. Say no to plastic straws. Before you order your drink, please tell the server not to give you a straw. We can easily sip our drinks. We don't need to, it's so lazy, Sadhguru, having to suck on the straw.
This was, in India, in South India, in Telugu, we call it palchambu. What it means is, for a cup, there will be a steel straw. This is only for babies. Once you become, by 7, 8 years of age, you'll learn to drink from a cup directly. But once again, the entire so-called civilized world is back to drinking in straws. I was in Moscow just now, today morning I came. Even for water in a restaurant, they're putting a straw for water. So we have lost our ability to use our lips to latch onto the cup and drink water.
I saw an amazing image, Sadhguru, yesterday of a young girl who posted an image for hashtag Beat Plastic Pollution, and she showed how she was drinking coconut water directly from the coconut.
Oh.
It was a very powerful image.
What do you mean? We all drink like that only.
We should be, but we don't. Most people drink it with a plastic straw. Okay, so the third item of plastics that we can easily refuse are plastic mugs and cups. We can carry our own mugs and cups. And whenever the youngsters here, and of course people who frequent coffee shops, can carry their own mugs.
Whoa.
The other item of single-use plastic we can easily say no to is packaged water, bottles of water. Now here, I am constantly told, but it's so inconvenient. You know, when you're traveling, you're on the move, it's difficult, you need to rehydrate. How do we do it? Sadhguru, I met a lady yesterday. Amazing, amazing young lady. Eric and I were blown by her, mind blown. She's 32 years old. She gave up single-use plastics at the age of 22. When she found out that India was hosting World Environment Day, she thought, what can I do to spread the message to encourage more people to stop the use of single-use plastics? So Rajeshwari Singh set afoot as a solo traveler from Vadodara all the way to Delhi, and she did not carry packaged water. When I asked her, how did you rehydrate yourself? How did you hydrate yourself? You walked through highways and villages and towns and cities doing workshops, meeting people in this heat, in the scorching heat, alone, with no support. She said, you know, India is an amazing country. Every 500 meters, you have matkas with water that good Samaritans place on the highways for people to hydrate themselves. And every village and town I visited, people were always happy to give me water. That's one thing that is the easiest thing to get. I travel with my metal bottle, Sadhguru, so that really helps. So no more lazy answers for replacing the packaged plastic bottle with metal bottles and carrying our own water to work and school and wherever it is we are going. One of the biggest hazards and the last item of single-use plastics, I'm sure all of us who discover how bad plastics are for the environment, especially the wasted plastic, we will discover that packaged food, like, you know, that horrible thing, styrofoam, and then the cling wrap over 4 apples and 2 apples and 2 bananas. We can say no to that. There is absolutely no reason why we should be buying our vegetables and fruits packaged in plastic. And the other thing that we must absolutely learn to say no to is cutlery and spoons made in plastic. Would you like to add anything to that, Sadhguru? This crazy behavior of ours, of convenience that is destroying our environment and our health?
It's wonderful whoever this lady Rajeshwari, what singer?
Rajeshwari Singh.
Okay. It's wonderful that she took up this mission. But I want all of you to understand, there are many people who are from my generation. They did not give up plastic, we never started off on plastic. It's only in the last 15–20 years that this has happened. We never really used plastic like that. And if at all, if a plastic cover, once in a way a plastic cover comes home, my mother would fold it and keep it for future use, and this same cover will be using it for 2–3 years, a simple plastic cover. So this was very much there with us. We've lost it only in the last 2 decades. So it's not so difficult to just go back and live as we were living at that time. So I cannot say I gave up single-use plastic, but we largely never used it. Here and there it comes to you today, almost everything that you buy in the market, but I'm not somebody who'll buy bananas in a supermarket. I know where to buy bananas. So bananas don't come in a plastic bag, they come as a frond. So these are all important, whatever you're saying, these are all nominal things that we must do to express our commitment. But the solution, because the problem is bigger, the solution also needs to be approached as such. For example, right now, nearly 40% of plastic is in packaging. This is the area that we need to address big time, because this is one thing that can be easily avoided. It's possible to avoid this. Bottled water is about, I think, 8 to 9% of the plastics used in the world. Nearly 500 billion bottles every year we are manufacturing. I've been in conversation with some of the largest PET bottle manufacturers who are manufacturing over 60–70% of the world's PET bottles, supplying to all the major water, the water industry and also the soft drink industry. They are all willing to change right now. I think those changes must be pushed. We want the local governments to push, Indian government we will approach in so many different ways to do this. They themselves, the industry themselves have realized for their own survival, they have to do this. Right now, these companies have come in collaboration with a few other universities from Netherlands and also a few other marketing companies and trying to make PET a continuous recycling process. That is, you never have to replace it. The same bottles can be used and reused for almost forever. It's possible to do that. Changing lifestyles is important, but we are talking about 7.5 billion people. Changing all their lifestyles is going to be a long-term plan. And by the time you change one generation, the next generation has gotten up and doing something else. So by law, bringing that recycling must happen. For these things to happen, one important point is, see, there are many grades of plastic, it's not one grade. Some of them are completely not recyclable, they must be banned, absolutely. Among the recyclable plastics, there are so many varieties. In United States, they told me, we're approaching some major industry with these solutions right now, we've formed a powerful group of people there. For example, I'm just telling you a simple example. Because we were in US, we were talking about the Coke bottles. These bottles are easily recyclable, but simply because of the paper label on it, you cannot recycle. If you recycle with the paper label, it gets downgraded, it won't be food grade plastic.
Or the plastic label.
Huh?
Or the plastic label.
Generally it's a paper label. If it is of the same material label, then it would be easy to recycle. If it was plastic and same grade plastic, it would be easy to recycle. Now they have paper labels. There is a plastic wrap around it, but it's actually a paper label. So now we are talking to companies who are capable of printing on the bottle. So we want to go to the businesses with solutions, not just protesting against them, not trying to destroy businesses, because that's not going to work, because the economic concerns of a business and the economic concerns of a nation are important. And above all, this has been the way, unfortunately, this is what we changed with Rally for Rivers. Always it is economy versus ecology. I'm asking all of you who are here, suppose there is a fight between ecology and economy, what do you think will win in your home, in your community, in your country? Economy, of course. Because people are thinking economy is today's concern, ecology is tomorrow's concern. No, ecology is today's concern. If this has to happen, we have to find solutions which will go with the existing polluting businesses. It's very important. Those businesses which are the major factors of pollution, we have to transform them, making sure their businesses are not destroyed, but transformed to a more ecologically sensitive way of operation. This has to be looked at on all levels. You can just tell a local vendor, you can't use plastic. What is he supposed to use? We must go and tell him, this is what you can use, what is the alternate product, and how he can use it, and how it is more beneficial for him and the customer. These things have to be brought about rather than simply protesting against business and industry, because long run, that's not going to work. Economy will win. So if ecology has to win, you have to marry ecology and economy. They have to get married. This is my effort.
Eric, this is timely to ask you because Sadhguru has mentioned the umbilical link between ecology and economy. And he's also mentioned, I think in his own way, circular economy. And I want you to elaborate what that means because we all know that 90% of bottles, packaged bottles, are not recycled, which means that new plastic is being used.
Yeah, but in
time.
India it is recycled quite
yes,
substantially.
Yes, it is. But the percentage is low, Sadhguru.
Yeah, that's not because of ecological concerns, that is because of economic depravity. Every bottle some little child picks up and makes some little money.
Yes, of course, there's
Yes.
money in plastic. So that's what the circular economy is. Eric, will you please share what the circular economy means and how much money there can be in managing our waste better, our plastic waste better, because it's something that will encourage, Sadhguru, many more people to take up the action to manage plastic better.
Let me start by one other comment, because Sadhguru is my man. for a very simple reason, he brings together the two necessary perspectives, the change of the individual and the change of society and economics and politics. I mean, when we change lifestyle, if you start avoiding one-use plastic, throwing away the straws, not using plastic bags when you go to the supermarket, well, it's a small act, one individual acting. It's important because together we are a big force, but of course, changing lifestyle like that is also a very, very clear signal. It's a signal to political leaders and to business that we need to change. And if you influence your neighbors to do the same, even stronger signal to political leaders and business that we need to change. So changing your lifestyle, yes, it's important by itself, but it's also having an influence on the rest of the people. That's, of course, also what Mahatma Gandhi so well understood. He changed his lifestyle, but not just because he thought one individual can change the world, but it was a message to wider India as to how to act. So let's bring these together, and indeed, we need laws and regulations from political leaders, and we need business to change. But one small example, the other day we were in Mumbai, and we wanted to buy plastic cutlery in Mumbai, not that we wanted to have the plastic cutlery, but we wanted to make a video where very visible I picked up plastic cutlery and throw it away. But then we started going to shops in Maharashtra, trying to buy plastic cutlery, and they said, no. If you want to buy plastic cutlery, please go to another state. Because here in Maharashtra, it's prohibited, we don't have it. That's, of course, how it works. When you get laws, and by the way, when the laws are implemented, then it has this profound effect, but it starts by individuals demanding this from political leaders. If you want to understand what a circular economy is about, I can't think of anything better than this cellular phone. The first cellular phone of this type, the smartphone, we can date it. It was shown to the world in 2007 by a very innovative man called Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, in the United States. In California, he held up this kind of smartphone. That was 11 years back from now, and I give a bet that everyone in this audience, absolutely everyone, now has a smartphone. Nearly the entire global middle class has a smartphone, even many poor people have, and those poor people who don't have the smartphone for sure have another mobile phone. Close to every human being above the age of 7 or 8 now has a cellular phone. This has gone in 11 years. And of course there is enormous benefit from us in having these smartphones. We can get into any number of information. Well, if you want to know, say, how Mahatma Gandhi lived, well, you just make a couple of pushes here, and you get every information about Mahatma Gandhi. And if you don't want to know about Mahatma Gandhi, but Do you want to know about Donald Trump? Well, you do exactly the same. But there is an issue. We will close to be 10 billion people on planet Earth. All of them above maybe the age of 5 will want a cell phone, which is good. But can we buy a new cell phone every year or every second year and just throw it away with all its minerals, all the poison, all the problems which is there? I think you all know the answer. There is not enough minerals on planet Earth for us to buy one and throw it away every second year. Well, we need to go into a circular economy, which means that whatever is in the cell phone is used again. Because here is minerals from Congo, this component in one cell phone from 30, 40 nations. It may be put together in China because most cell phones are put together in China. But they're components from the entire globe. And we need to use them over and over again. So what is in my cell phone today is in your cell phone tomorrow and Sadhguru's cell phone the next year.
That's true with our bodies also.
Sorry?
That's true with our bodies also.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, that's how we were living in the past. We just used to take this into the modern world. Of course, you will still get a cell phone which is more technologically advanced, with more feature, just used by the materials which we reuse. And of course, the same with plastic. I mean, why do we use plastic materials which we cannot use again? Putting on, as you say, paper labels which make it impossible to recycle it. If we bring in the plastic we produce, the problem will be over. And very simple suggestion, and that will be my final comment. I attended a number of the beach cleanups in India, and one key product you get on nearly all beaches are these bags for milk. Milk bags.
Milk pouches, yes.
Milk pouches, yeah. There's any number of them. Half a liter, 1 liter, 250 centiliter. Hard-working mothers feeding their children, but then throwing away these. Well, if you put a levy of one rupee on these pouches or these bags, you pay 1 rupee more when you buy it, but you get the rupee back when you hand it in. There's no loss for all those people who are handing in. Only those who purchase and don't hand in will be punished. We'll get in nearly all, because most people will hand them in, and if they don't hand them in, someone else will come and pick the bags and handing them in to get the money. Then you create a circular economy where the plastic is used but then reused.
Thank you, Eric. That was very insightful. I'm sure all of us have understood now what it means to have a circular economy. Sadhguru, I'm looking at that clock and I'm feeling very sad. This is coming to an end, this wonderful conversation. Thank you for your time, Sadhguru. Thank you for your time, Eric. This has been deeply insightful. I know that we could continue to speak for a longer time, but let us all pledge to continue to engage together and find solutions to beat plastic pollution. Let's not allow this campaign to end with World Environment Day, but continue it every day till we have truly beaten the menace that plastic waste is creating in our lives and to the health of our environment. And of course, if we want to go beyond that, let's find ways to reuse, recycle, upcycle, and reduce our consumption of plastics. Thank you so much. Namaskaram. Have a wonderful World Environment Day. And to everybody watching all over the world, thank you for your unbelievable participation. We are proud to host World Environment Day in India. And this is an even more proud moment for all of us to be seated here with Sadhguru and all of you wonderful people here who have joined us. Thank you so much.
You use the word upcycle, and I think that is an important phenomenon. A few young entrepreneurs, again coming from Maharashtra, in many ways Maharashtra means a great state, at least for ecological concerns, it is becoming a great state, for sure. Because even for Rally for Rivers, the first immediate action on the ground has happened in Maharashtra, and this upcycling of using plastic material to… not to just recycle it to a downgraded material, but to actually make it into a better product than what it originally was. This is beginning to happen, young entrepreneurs are taking it up and doing it. But still, I insist that across the world, United Nations agencies, environment groups must work for stringent laws, because awareness is fine, it's wonderful, people's participation is always moving, a woman drinking tender coconut is romantic, but solutions are in transforming the businesses which are involved in this. Right now, nations, large nations, have been sending all their plastic waste to other nations, as if you dump it in another part of the world, their job is done. So right now in 2018, January 2018, China has refused some 20 and odd different types of plastic. China was literally recycling almost 60–70% of the world's plastic. And now, this plastic which China refuses to take, United Nations should make sure it doesn't go to Africa, or it doesn't go to Antarctica or somewhere else worse. So, the rich nations, affluent nations must recycle their plastic, not dump it in another nation. This is very important, these steps must be taken. Awareness is great. I'm sure all of them will strive to bring this awareness to their life, their children, their neighbors, their friends. I'm sure every one of them will do that. But still, large-scale action by law is a must. Thank you very much, Eric, for being here for this event. And if all of you can just hold up this thing for a moment. I know this is more plastic bag, but people in this country, if something has to happen, you have to create an emotional movement. By policy, this country doesn't really move, you have to create a very strong emotional movement, just holding up so that this bit plastic is good. But people must understand this is not a foreign problem, we are suffocating ourselves, this must be clearly understood. Thank you very much for being here. If you're willing, after our guests leave, I will allow you to roast in the sun for some more time. If you're willing, I'll come back.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's great. So good to emphasize the political dimension, because it has to bring together the individual and the political dimension. So on the way.
Very important.
Put your…
Thank you.
We thank all our guests for gracing the dais. Sadhguru will be back very soon, as he just mentioned.
So guys, just be seated for some more time. So Sadhguru will be back in some time, and now Sounds of Isha will be playing some music for us. Thank you. Okay, so big round of applause for Sounds of Isha once again, guys. Sadhguru will be back in some time. So just be seated and be ready with your plastic bags. ये बायोडिग्रेडेबल प्लास्टिक है या फिर ये कहें कि एक ऐसा बैग है. आपका सर तो ऑलरेडी सफेद है शरद भाई, फिर भी मैं आपको बताता हूँ करना क्या है. शेफ वाली जो हैट होती है उसकी तरह आपको इसको पहनना है. एंड वेरी सून वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ मेगा फोटो शूट विद सदगुरु. ये बहुत ही हिस्टोरिक मोमेंट है. नाउ लेट मी करेक्ट माई सेल्फ, एक फिगर मैंने थोड़ा रॉन्ग बोल दिया था. So this World Environment Day, Isha Foundation is partnering with the United Nations Environment to hold awareness drives in over 400 iconic locations, जहां पर वॉलंटियर्स हैं जो अवेयरनेस कर रहे हैं बैन करने के लिए सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक. सो आपको क्या करना है, आप सब लोग अपने हाथ में इस बैग को एक बार उठाइए. किसके पास ये बैग नहीं है? सबके पास है. प्लीज होल्ड दिस बैग लाइक दिस.
Everyone.
इसमें फूंक भर के थोड़ा बैग को फुलाना है और सर पे ऐसे पकड़ लेना है. फिलहाल दो चीजें होंगी. फोटो शूट के लिए एक छोटी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी और धूप अब थोड़ी बढ़ रही है तो उससे भी थोड़ा आप बच सकते हो. सो जस्ट होल्ड इट लाइक दिस. एंड नाउ शरद भाई और मैं यहां से एक बूमरैंग वीडियो बना रहे हैं. सो आप जस्ट डू लाइक दिस. ओके. So there is a small media interaction where Sadhguru has gone. So he'll be back very soon. Let's make a small video. When I'll say 3, 2, 1, यहाँ से वहाँ करूँगा. आप just do this. Sure. One second.
बस अपने को ही ले ले.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. Oh, lovely. Oh, this side also. Wonderful, wonderful. आप सब लोग आ चुके हैं. Once again, yeah. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much.
हमारे बीएसएफ के जितने भी भाई हैं, आप सबके पास प्लास्टिक बैग्स हैं? सुपर.
और ये वो प्लास्टिक बैग नहीं है जिसके बारे में हम लोग आज बात कर रहे हैं. इसको आप आगे भी यूज कर सकते हैं और ये बायोडिग्रेडेबल है और रीयूज किया जा सकता है इसको. प्लास्टिक सफोकेशन को रोकने के लिए एक जो ये अवेयरनेस कैंपेन है, इसमें जितने लोग हमारे पार्टनर हैं, जितने लोगों ने इस बारे में प्लेज लिया है, उन सबको हम और एक बार थैंक यू बोलते हैं. बीएसएफ के जवानों के बीच शरद भाई मैं जाता हूं और एक बार मैं उनसे बात करता हूं कि उनको कैसा फील हो रहा है और उसके बाद साउंड्स ऑफ ईशा और एक म्यूजिकल परफॉर्मेंस आपके लिए देने वाले. सो बीएसएफ वाले जितने हमारे भाई हैं सब लोग एक साथ हो जाएं. मैं वहां पर आ रहा हूं.
Can we again hear it for the BSF soldiers over here? आज हमारे इन सोल्जर्स की वजह से हम सुकून की सांस लेते हैं. सो वी शुड ऑलवेज एक्नॉलेज व्हाट दे कंट्रीब्यूट टू द नेशन. और एक और बड़ी, आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग, सदगुरु ने एक बात कही दैट यू नो, थिंक ऑफ दिस एज अ वॉर. इट्स एक्चुअली अ वॉर अगेंस्ट प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन. तो मैं ये सोच रहा था कि अगर आज हम यहां सब सीपी में आए हुए हैं, इमेजिन एलियंस ने हमें अटैक कर दिया होता और पूरे इंडिया पे कब्जा कर लिया होता. बस ये सीपी का ये एक टुकड़ा है जो बचा हुआ है. हिंदुस्तान का हर नेशनल फ्लैग नीचे आ चुका है. सिर्फ एक आखिरी, बस एक आखिरी फ्लैग अगर अभी लहरा रहा है, हाउ वुड वी बी थिंकिंग? सडनली हमें हमारा बॉस इतना बुरा नहीं लगेगा, हमारा अप्रेजल इतना हर्ट नहीं करेगा, बिकॉज वील हैव अ मच बिगर कॉज टू थिंक अबाउट. वील बी इंस्पायर्ड टू डू समथिंग which we never thought that we would do. So I think that's what we all need to do. That ये प्लास्टिक की जो प्रॉब्लम है वो छोटी मोटी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. It's actually a very very big problem and we just need to remind ourselves कि not to take it easy. ये जंग है. रौनक भाई कहां हो?
भाई मैं यहाँ पे पहुंच चुका हूँ. बीएसएफ के सारे जवान
ओहो!
एक साथ मिलके बोलेंगे जय हिंद। क्या एनर्जी है, सारे लोग, खाली इन लोग ही क्यों बोलेंगे, आप लोग वहां पर भी बोलेंगे। 3, 2, 1 जय। बहुत बढ़िया, आप लोग यहाँ पर आए और इस इनिशिएटिव का आप लोग हिस्सा बने, उसके लिए मैं आप लोगों को थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ। कुछ शेयर करना चाहेंगे सर आप, जवानों में कितनी एनर्जी है, कितने एंथुसियास्टिक हैं वो?
मैं सभी जवान जो है इसके अंदर एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं और हमारे जितने कैंपस हैं सभी को उन्होंने प्लास्टिक फ्री किया हुआ है, प्लास्टिक है उसमें एंटर नहीं करने देते।
क्या बात है।
तो जितनी हम कोशिश कर सकते हैं उतना इग्नोर करें जिससे हम प्लास्टिक का इस्तेमाल मिनिमाइज कर सकें।
मिनिमाइज कर सकें। आप में से कोई है कुछ शेयर करना चाहता है? देवेंद्र जी।
हमारे जो बीएसएफ के जवान हैं अपने देश के लिए मर मिटने के लिए 24 घंटा तैयार हैं, सिर्फ इन्हें आप लोगों का हौसला का जरूरत है। बोलो भारत माता की, बीएसएफ की, वंदे वंदे।
बहुत बढ़िया, आपको तो माइक की भी जरूरत नहीं थी, आप वैसे ही चिल्ला देते तो बहुत होता।
रौनक, क्या कमाल की आवाज है, हमारे सारे प्लास्टिक स्माइल्स गायब हो गए, असली आ गए। वाह,
बिल्कुल। सो बीएसएफ के जवान इस वक्त मेरे साथ हैं और इस वक्त सीपी सेंट्रल पार्क में जो आप लोग यहाँ पर आए वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे के दिन, थैंक यू वेरी मच। प्लीज बी सीटेड फॉर सम मोर टाइम, सदगुरु विल बी जॉइनिंग अस बैक। और उसके बाद हम एक मेगा फोटो शूट करेंगे, जिस फोटो शूट में हम सब सदगुरु के साथ होंगे एंड विल बी गिविंग दिस मैसेज वेरी क्लियरली कि जो सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक है उसको बैन होना चाहिए। थैंक यू वेरी मच जवान आप लोगों को, और एक बार भारत माता की जय। थैंक यू। ओवर टू साउंड सोफी। Okay, everyone, Sadhguru is here. Come on, everyone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Honorable Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Dr. Mahesh Sharma.
You want to use the podium mic or this one?
So we would like to invite Dr. Mahesh Sharma to share his views. So,
Please, you can sit down and speak. Come sit down.
Respected Sadhguru and all God lovers, the nature lovers, the humanity lovers who are here to witness this great occasion of celebrating this Environment Day in a befitting manner. A call given by Sadhguru for the humanity. We are all here. Eric Solomon is here, Kannan, who has been instrumental, and I am a disciple of Sadhguru. I am here not as a minister, but I am as a disciple of his over here. A blend of culture and environment ministries which I am heading now. I have the pleasure of being with Sadhguru at his ashram, and the philanthropic thought he has for the humanity. When the God created human beings, thinking that this is my best creature, he created animals, the reptiles, the plants, the trees, and he gave this vision that you have to walk with the nature in a win-win situation. और जब इस मनुष्य को ईश्वर ने बनाया अपनी सबसे अच्छी कृति मानते हुए, और जब ये मनुष्य अपने रास्ते से उसी प्रकृति से युद्ध करने की तरफ चल पड़ा, तो ईश्वर ने सद्गुरु को भेजा कि जाओ इस भटकते हुए मनुष्य को सद्गुरु रास्ता दिखाओ कि प्रकृति सहचरी बनकर साथ चलने के लिए है। प्रकृति का हमारा रिश्ता एक भंवरे और फूल की तरह से है, ना कि इस प्रकृति को रौंदने के लिए है। God was very clever. He created small grass to be eaten by rabbits. He created a 1 foot grass to be eaten by goats and the sheep. He created bigger grass to be eaten by animals and the larger grass to be eaten by the giraffes and the camels. And the trees were given to be for the birds. But he gave this immense power to the man, humankind, that he can do any damn thing. He can cut that grass which is to be eaten by the rabbit, and he can do havocs for our birds also. He did not give this power to the strongest animal, tiger, also, that he can climb up the tree and he can do that. But man can do that, he can cut that tree also. And he did it. And that's where the Sadhguru gave that philanthropic call. I think he envisaged it. When he gave his philanthropic call कि जब रिवर्स के साथ हमें चलना है, जो हमारी जीवन रेखा होती थी, पूरा देश, पूरा शहर, पूरे गांव और पूरा विश्व के मानवता कहीं ना कहीं नदियों के सहारे बसी, और उस नदियों को सहारों को हमने अपना सीवेज ढोने का काम बना दिया। इससे बड़ा अमानवीय कार्य क्या हो सकता है कि वो नदियां जो हमारी जीवन रेखा होती थी, वो नदियां जो गंगा माँ और नदियां हैं, और ऐसी रिवर्स पूरे विश्व में, जब भी मैं डैन्यूब रिवर गया हंगरी में, तो गंगा माँ का जल लेकर उस डैन्यूब रिवर में गया था। विश्व के लोगों ने इसे किया है, और ये काम किसी व्यक्ति का, किसी मंत्री प्रधानमंत्री का नहीं हो सकता। ये काम उन लोगों का हो सकता है जो मानवता को ही अपना धर्म और अपने आप को मानवता के प्रति समर्पित कर कर इस भाव से जीवन जीते हैं। और उसके लिए आज सदगुरु हमारे बीच में हैं। सदगुरु ने एक फिलैंथ्रोपिक कॉल आज के लिए दी है, नो प्लास्टिक्स। मैं एज ए डॉक्टर डर रहा था जब सदगुरु प्लास्टिक की इसका कवर को लगा रहे थे, मैंने कहा कोई बच्चा फॉलो ना कर ले इसको कहीं। लेकिन आज इस प्लास्टिक का एक डॉक्टर भी हूं मैं, इसका दर्द समझ सकते हैं कि प्लास्टिक का कार्बन कण किस तरह से धरती मां के अंदर एंटर कर कर, आपने देखा होगा एक पटाखा चलता था जिसमें से छोटे छोटे पार्टिकल्स निकलते थे, वो पॉलीथीन का क्रश मटेरियल उसमें होता था, शादी ब्याहों में यूज करते थे, और वो आके सब पे चिपक जाता था और जमीन में चला जाता था, मिक्स हो जाता था, उसे सेपरेट भी कोई नहीं कर सकता था। हम लोगों ने ध्यान दिया, उसको बैन किया। लेकिन क्या ये बैन करने का काम से ही हम सुधरेंगे? क्या हमारी ट्रैफिक का, पुलिस का सिपाही बेचारा खड़ा होकर हमें डंडे से ये सिखाए कि हमें हेलमेट पहनना है? क्या कोई कानून हमें ये सिखाए कि हम पॉलीथीन से दूर हटेंगे? क्या कोई कानून हमें ये सिखाए कि वन टाइम यूज ऑफ प्लास्टिक्स आज हमारी मानवता के प्रति एक अभिशाप होने वाला है? आखिरकार ये मनुष्य कब जागेगा? जगाने के लिए सदगुरु आज हमारे बीच में है। मैं उनके इस प्रयास को धन्यवाद देता हूं, प्रणाम करता हूं उनकी सोच के लिए। और मैं आपको बता दूं, ये आदमी बड़ा सेल्फिश है, वेरी सेल्फिश। मैं एक कवि सम्मेलन में गया तो वहां एक कवि, 2 लाइनें वो मैं रिसाइट कर रहा हूं, बड़ी अच्छी बात कर रहा था। कहता, होंगे तुम भगवान मुझे क्या लेना है, होंगे तुम सदगुरु मुझे क्या लेना है, मैं कोई सम्मान नहीं दे पाऊंगा अगर सदगुरु आप मानवता के मतलब के भगवान नहीं है, मानवता के मतलब के सदगुरु नहीं है, तो सदगुरु भगवान मैं आपको भी सम्मान नहीं दे पाऊंगा। ये मनुष्य इतना स्वार्थी है। और मनुष्य, सदगुरु ने एक बीड़ा लिया कि मैं इस ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए, क्रॉस द कास्ट, अक्रॉस द क्रीड्स, मानवता के लिए द ग्लोबल मास लीडर। आज हमारे ऐसे विषयों के प्रति सदगुरु आज जो विचार, चाहे वो नदियों का हो, चाहे पर्यावरण का हो, मैं सदगुरु की सोच को प्रणाम करता हूं। और आप सबके साथ अपने आप को आपके इस ईशा फाउंडेशन के इस महायज्ञ में अपनी आहुति डालता हूं कि आपको ईश्वर ये और शक्ति दे कि आप अपने मानवता के एम्बेसडर बनकर आप विश्व के अंदर हमारे इस कला को, आज इस अपनी विधा को और हम आगे ले जाएं। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है आपके करोड़ों अनुयायी राजदूत बनकर, आज पर्यावरण पे प्रेमी बनकर आपके इस संदेश को देश देश नहीं विश्व के कोने में पहुंचाएंगे। आपके प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी भी इस विषय में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। और मैं खुशी से बता रहा हूं कि आज राष्ट्रपति भवन में अभी 9 बजे एक मीटिंग है गांधी जी के 150 वर्ष मनाने पर। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सदगुरु को आज उस 15 सदस्यीय समिति के अंदर एक विशेष सदस्य बनाया है जो सदी से उनकी मानवता के संदेश को लेकर चलेगा। मैं पुनः सदगुरु के चरणों में नमन करते हुए और उनकी सोच को प्रणाम करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
I would like to acknowledge the present government. I'm a little technologically. For all of you who worked relentlessly for Rally for Rivers, I want to tell you that many major steps, policy steps have been taken to fulfill this promise of reviving India's rivers. I can't go into all the details. One major thing is 84% of India's water was being consumed by agriculture. Now, this year, for this year's budget, 5,000 crores have been allotted for micro-irrigation, which can bring down water consumption by nearly 50% for agriculture. And for revival of Yamuna, 300 meters of plantation on both sides of the river, a few hundred crores have been allotted. And I'm sure our minister has a hand in all these things. And for the revival of Ganga, planting about 25 crore trees is on for this year. Just now, we've been called for a meeting on 7th of June with the Karnataka government that to plant 25 crore trees along Kaveri banks is on. We are part of that movement. And as a part of setting up treatment plants I think some 6 or 7,000 crores have been allotted just in the Ganga region, that our Minister Sri Gadkari has promised that in a year at least 70 to 80% of the pollution will be gone. And I've been saying this is all it takes, just 1 or 2 years of action. We don't need to clean Ganga. If we don't let in the effluent, the sewage doesn't enter Ganga, if we take care of this, if we turn sewage treatment into a profitable business, it will be done in 1 season, she will clean herself, we don't need to go and clean her. So that is happening, and he has promised within a year's time, 70% it will be cleaner than what it was last year, and I think it's definitely going to happen. So we congratulate the government for taking these steps, far-reaching steps, which are not election-winning steps. These are very far-reaching steps. We must congratulate and appreciate this, and every government in whatever states, all these governments need to take these steps. From those of you who come from different parts of the country, I want you to keep up this awareness and pressure on the local government so that they also take these steps and make this happen. Thank you very much. If all of you just, for 3 seconds, if you just put on the plastic cover, we'll take a photo shoot for you. We won't trouble the minister with it because he's a doctor. This is a promise. You are wearing the mask to express that we will not make this little girl suffocate in future. We are going to create a better climate for her, she wants to. We can go. Namaste. Thank you very much. But they didn't send me an invite.
Excuse me, just a second. Thank you, वाला बीच में आ गया। कोई नहीं, चलो।
So thank you very much everyone for joining us here on this occasion of World Environment Day. हम आप सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद देते हैं कि आप लोग यहाँ पर आए और वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे में आपने हिस्सा लिया और सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक के बैन को प्लेज किया.
We'd also like to thank Honorable Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, Dr. Eric Solheim, and the United Nations Environment Program, Dia Mirza, and her team, Sadhguru, Mohit Chauhan, the Border Security Force, Delhi Police, Traffic Police, NDMC, Fever FM, and all the Isha volunteers. Fantastic work, guys. And now, Sounds of Isha, fantastic performance. Can we have more of that?